So I wanted to do a watch-along video here of Reed Sheppard's game against Tennessee. I'm just going to clip all of the important plays that he was involved in, kind of inspired by Ben Pfeiffer's video where he did this for a Reed game as well. Ben knows a ton more about the draft than I do. Very smart guy, so I will link to his video. You should definitely watch that one. Maybe before you watch mine, because I'm not really a draft guy, so I'm kind of just winging this, but at worst, you will get all of Reed's plays clipped together so you can make judgments for yourself on what you think about this guy who's going to be probably a top 10 pick in this draft. All right, so here's the first defensive play that Reed's involved in. Gets around that screen, okay, I would say. Does not box out his man. That would have been an offensive rebound if it had been a miss. It's been one of the things that Ben pointed out about Reed is like kind of iffy screen navigation on some of these defensive possessions. Second possession for Tennessee, you can see that guy 25 gets around Reed again. So DJ Wagner is out this game. Reed's doing a little bit more playmaking. You can see him run a high pick and roll here, late clock. Draws two, makes the right pass. So inbound action for Reed. Comes off the screen. Pretty fast release there. All right, here's a really nice defensive possession here from Reed. Switches on the screen, gets around another screen, right in this guy's face. I mean, Reed's only 6'3" here, so you can see that his contests don't have a ton of effect necessarily, but he is in the right spot. He's doing as much as he can do. All right, here he's bringing it up, gets the switch onto a big. You would like to see him kind of break this guy down. Instead, he just makes a pass with no advantage, and this possession looks like it's going nowhere. That's been one of the things that I've heard about Reed is, kind of concerned about his advantage creation, and you saw it there. All right, here's another defensive possession. Gets over the screen, stays really solid, good change of direction there. But then you see on this offensive rebound, another contest where he's just not really affecting the shot that much. I believe he's listed at a 6'3" wingspan, 6'3" height. So again, not great measurables. Struggling against some pressure there. All right, here Reed starts in the corner, shifts over as somebody occupies that corner. Gets his defender off balance. Nice little floater. Good touch. All right, here Reed starts on number 30. Nice switch. Then he gets obliterated by this screen and is not able to get a very good contest on that shot. All right, here Reed's in the dunker. He had a wide open shot there. He's been overpassing a little bit in this game early, I would say. Kentucky still gets a good shot out of it. Where Reed is really good is as a transition passer. He had actually had both guys open here, but pretty good shot from Kentucky. Here, Kentucky's defense is scrambling a little bit. You'd like to see Reed get a tag on that roller. Again, doesn't help at all on the glass. I have no idea where he is here. He's got to get back in the play. That is a bad gamble, and he is not getting back into the play. Got bailed out by a bad miss. That was his rotation, though, that he missed to lead to that wide open three. This is pretty good defense here. Reed's zoning up, getting two of these guys, which he's supposed to do. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter. Teammate gets a steal. And then he shoots a pretty deep three here. I mean, he misses, but it looks fine. Form looks fine. That's one of his strengths is deep three-point shooting. All right, this is kind of just a scramble play. Reed gets it late clock here and then picks up his dribble and throws a grenade to Dillingham with 4 seconds left again. I mean, you would like to see him try to use some advantage creation, try to get a shot up with such a late clock, but he ultimately gets bailed out. So this is probably where Reed's going to get most of his separation, is just attacking closeouts. That's a good stampede action there. Reads the defense well when this nail help comes. Just gets it right back to the three-point shooter. This is pretty good help here when his big man gets beat on the baseline. All right, here's some early offense for Kentucky going into some double drag action. Gets that separation, but cannot finish at the rim. Reed's had pretty good touch at the rim, but I guess, yeah, just couldn't make the athletic play there. So Reed has really good hands. You can see him affecting this pass here. Pretty loose handle here. He's had a couple problems with this so far early in this game. Oh, wow. Nice play. Good hands again. Seems to me like he's pretty good at low pointing the ball on these steals. Just anytime the guy brings the ball down, Reed's going to get a hand on it. Here's another switch on the cross screen. Reed has done this a couple times. Getting physical with Connect, I like that. Reed again trying to get some early offense here. Doesn't quite have the touch. It's a pretty good dig on the corner. You're not supposed to leave that corner shooter, so that was about as much as he could do. All right, again here. Empty side pick and roll. He gets the switch, and then he just throws it right back to his big man on the three-point line. Easy double. Again, like, you would like to see him try to generate more advantages out of this. I mean, he's got a mismatch. He should be able to drive right by that guy, or at least wait until his big man pins down in the post a little bit deeper. That was a cool play. Look at Reed's head. Look at how quickly he recognizes that he has a guy open. He's calling for the ball. Perfect outlet pass. Okay, another Reed ISO. Cannot create an advantage against this bigger dude. Yeah, you know, the scouting report on Reed is that he cannot create separation very well without using a screen. Kind of seeing that in this game. All right, here again, Reed. Little hezzy dribble. It looked like he had a lane, but pulled back and just waited for the play to develop. No advantage created. You can see this possession is stalling out. I mean, that three was fine. Looked like good form. Can't really judge based on makes and misses. I mean, this guy's an electric three-point shooter, so not going to really take too much stock if he misses a couple here or there. Oh, good nail help. Again, kind of a loose handle there, though. Look. Yeah, he reads that nail help perfectly. Okay, here Reed is trying to stop the transition. I mean, that's decent defense. That's a pretty decent contest. But again, you see that 6'3" wingspan just not affecting these shots. This defensive possession is kind of a mess. Somebody is screwing up their switches. And Reed kind of looks bad. I don't really know if that's on him, though. I mean, just not great communication. He did well to get back into that play and get a decent contest. Another very nice transition pass here from Reed. All right, end of half possession. Shot clock's off. Flat screen. Reed, again, he does not create an advantage at all. He just passes it off. Forces one of his teammates to create something out of nothing, and Kentucky does not get a good shot off. So, yeah, the first half, I don't know if this was one of Reed's worst games against a good opponent in Tennessee, but didn't really see too much, to be honest. See what happens in the second half. Reed's bringing it up again. Gonna get a ghost screen here. It looked like he had a little bit of an angle there, but pulled up again. Just threw it to his man who was doubled, and Kentucky got nothing out of this. A lot of these possessions are just Reed killing clock, not really doing anything. Here's a really nice defensive possession. Reed's getting back. He's reading that pass. A good closeout. All right, Reed gets by somebody finally. Pulls up and not close at all on that floater. Kind of falling asleep here. Gets caught by that flare screen. Not a good contest. All right, we see this again. Reed's calling out a play. Getting the high pick and roll. Just picking up his dribble and, forcing Kentucky to reset. Pretty good defense by Reed here. Terrible screen, but he does get around it. Good contest. Stay solid on that. Nice corner crash here. Look at the top of your screen. Gets a hand on it. Perfect pass to his teammate. Good hands here. And he's a really good transition passer. That's the third one that he's thrown. It's just easy points for Kentucky whenever he does that. This one's kind of funny. You can see Reed calling for pistol action here, and they completely screw the play up. It's supposed to be a flat screen. That was not on Reed screwing that play up. Here's another scramble play. Reed gets this ball with 5 seconds left, throws another grenade. That's the second time he's done that short clock. If you're going to be a lottery pick and you get the ball with 5 seconds left, you got to try to put something up. Some good defense. Staying in front. Forcing Tennessee to reset. He kind of got caught on that down screen, but I guess this guy's not a shooter that he's guarding. Little tussle. Reed gets a little one-handed shove in there at the very end. All right, Reed's initiating the offense again. Relocates to the corner. Good shot. All right, Reed's got to get through 2 screens here. He does not take a good angle at all. This big man has to hedge out, and that puts him out of position. Give up this dunk. I'm going to see a replay of it. You see, Kentucky could have brought a third guy into that action to help out, but makes it tough when your guard can't get over. Reed bringing the ball up here. He has an idea. He's going to clear out a side. Creates this driving gap, attacks it, but not close on this layup. Tried to finish through 2 guys there. That was not an easy layup, but he was not particularly close on it either. Okay, Reed gets a switch onto a big. Let's see if he attacks. He's backing him out. Taking his time. I like that. Crossing, and that... he just put Kentucky in a terrible spot there, picking up his dribble and throwing it to a guy who was covered. I don't know who this guy number 5 is again. I don't know a ton about college basketball, but he's been in Reed's shirt all game. Really good defender. Wow, this is a great shot. Hand right in his face. Fast release. All right, he can definitely shoot the shit out of the ball. Here we go. Here's a good play. We got a flat screen high. That's going to give him the most room to get downhill. Got the switch onto the big. He did what I've been wanting to see, which is trying to create an advantage, trying to take the slower defender to the basket. Really good body control here to finish at the rim too. Good in and out dribble. These small guards, like a Jalen Brunson, someone like that, you need a really deep bag in order to make up for some of these physical limitations that these guys have. So I like that in and out dribble. I'd like to see a little bit more shake just on his drives in general. That was the first time we've seen that so far in this game. Using the rim to shield off the shot blocker there. That's a good move too. There's a really nice stunt Let's try to put some pressure on that drive. But again, he's not boxing this guy out. Like, this guy just went right by him to get that rebound. It was not in time, but he's got to get a body on these guys on the glass, especially these small guards. It's no excuse. This dude, Zakai Ziegler, number 5. He's been outplaying Reed this game. He's actually looked really good. So Reed's done a pretty good job containing dribble penetration for most of this game. You can see here that Ziegler crosses him, gets ahead of him, creates that advantage going downhill. But for the most part, I mean, that was kind of an exception. He's been pretty good at staying solid on these guys. This has been the best action that Kentucky has used to get Reed going, is this flat ball screen by the logo. You can choose which direction to go, attack the big, but could not create enough separation there. Got totally rejected. That was the second time where he's gotten blocked at the rim this game. All right, they actually run pistol action correctly this time. Great shot there by Dillingham. Another top 10 prospect in this class. I didn't show another one of these, but Sheppard just had a foul before this too. He's making some, I don't know if these are frustration fouls or what, but it was not really a great play there. All right, they're running the same play here, and that was not a good pass. They were trying to get into their pistol action again. Another beautiful transition pass. He's got great touch on those passes. I mean, they're pretty different players here, but just look at the difference with Dillingham. Dillingham gets right to the rim, splits 3 guys there, draws the foul. We haven't seen anything like that from Reed. You know, again, they're different players, but I know there's some debate out there about whether Reed can be a lead ball handler. You have to be able to create advantages. Reed's checking out here. He had 16 points and 6 assists, 5 rebounds, and 6 of 14 shooting, 4 of 7 from 3 in this game. I'm going to give some closing thoughts here. So first of all, if you made it this far, thank you. Second of all, I don't know if I caught a bad game. I just picked this one randomly off YouTube because they had the full-length game. But to me, I mean, this just was not a super impressive game. I've heard this guy is an A-plus defender. Did not really see that. He did have good hands, but the screen navigation was pretty so-so. Kentucky was also switching a lot in this game, so we didn't have a ton of footage of him having to get over a ton of screens. When he did have to get over, kind of struggled in that. The lack of shake, too, would kind of scare me off from using a top 10 pick on this guy, which is where I've seen him mocked. Clearly has very good feel offensively and defensively, but to struggle this much, both in creating separation and finishing at the rim against college athletes, NBA athletes are going to be a way bigger issue for him. So that is a question mark for me. I do think he's an awesome shooter, pretty tough defensively and has good hands, so that gives him a decent floor. I don't really know about the ceiling, though. I don't want to base too much off one game. I highly suggest watching Ben Pfeiffer's scouts on him as well. I'm more of an NBA guy than a draft guy, so you really do have to take my analysis with a huge grain of salt here. Okay, hope you all enjoyed this. The first time I'm trying this out, so we'll see if it works, and happy drafting.